Hello, this is Eric from Team Moro Kagaros. This segment is called Clan Breakdowns. I will be showing you and telling you about the effects and the archetype of Aqua Force. It's a new clan. Not everything is out yet, so bear with me. I'm just going to tell you what's already out and how to use it, because you can already make a deck out of it. Okay, starting with the grade 0s and the triggers, we have Dolphin, Soldier of High Speed Raids. It's the usual 10k defense, 5k attack. It's a stand trigger. If you notice with this deck, it's a lot of standing, and they get their effects out of how many attacks they're doing. So the more attacks, the more pressure you have your opponent. Next is Enemy Seeker Seagull Soldier. Same stats. It's also a stand trigger. Now, Medical Officer of Rainbow Elixir. That sounds kind of gay, but who cares? Next, Battleship Intelligence. It's the only critical trigger out for them so far. Kind of looks badass to me. Next is Sea Otter Soldier of Proxine Communication. It's usual 5k draw trigger. Looks so adorable. Officer candidate for the first battle. It's the starter from the trial deck. Since you can tell why it sucks. It's just a 10k 6k starter. Doesn't do anything. Next is Officer Cadet Eric. What's not to like about him? He's a great guy. He's like me. He's the better starter that's out right now. 10k 4k. When it's ridden, he moves back, counter +1, search 5 cards, and get a grade 3 to your hand. It's a generic starter. On to greens. First we have Accelerated Commando. It's just a Starlight Unicorn clone. It's called plus 2k to a unit. It's not that good. Next is Battle Siren Dorothea. It's a 10k booster. Its ability is when it's boosting a vanguard and it's the third or more attack from that turn, it pluses 4k. Then there is Battle Siren Canthea. It's an Eremo clone. Now, I'm kind of iffy about this one. It's really good when you think about the number of attacks that this clan uses. Because you can get them off like 2, maybe 3 times in one turn. Depends on if you get a draw trigger, stand trigger. Next we have Splash Assault. 5k, 6k. I don't really like this one. It gets 3k if it's the third or more attack. And since it's grade 1, it's not going to do anything. Next, Emerald Shield Pasicus, or whatever. It's the perfect shield. No explanatory for that. Next is Tier Knight Theo. And last for the grade 1 is Tier Knight Kyrips. It's an Ion Tail clone. It's out for the grade 2s. We have Cruel Assault, which is better than Splash Assault. Grade 2, 5k, 8k. If it's a third or more attack, it gets 3k. So it's an 11 beater at max. Next is Marine General of the Sea Roar. August. When this unit attack hits a vanguard, and you have aqua force, which is kind of explanatory. Number of battles that turn is 4 or more. Draw a card. It's kind of like the battle planner for gold paladins, the strategist. Instead of having 4 more rear guards, it's 4 more attacks, which is kind of the same thing. So it helps with the stand triggers. Next is Storm Rider Basher. I like this guy. When he's a 5k, 8k, grade 2. When he attacks the vanguard, plus is 2k. Is what I really like. If it's the first attack of the turn, you can switch him with the guy behind him. So you can put another grade 2 or grade 3 behind him, and he swings for 10, moves back, and the other guy gets a turn. So it's pretty good. But it has to be the first. Matchless Trench Titan, 10k Interceptor, yada yada. Tier Knight, Lazarus, 10k Beater, not much explaining for that one. Now for the grade 3s. High Tide of Water Future Xenophon. It's an automatic effect. When this unit attacks, if the number of battles during that turn is 3 or more, it gets plus 3k. And if it's a rear guard, same effect, just only plus 1k. So, yeah. It is Storm Rider Demetes, grade 3 version of the grade 2 that I liked. Plus 2. It's a 9k grade 3. Plus 2k when it attacks the vanguard. Switches with the guy behind him if it's the first attack. Next, Vital Anchor David. Boris clone. Now onto the limit breaks. Naval Gazer Dragon. And break 4, counterblast 2 till the end of the turn. It gets plus 3k and an auto effect. As if when the attack hits and it's the 3rd or more attack, choose 2 of your Aqua Force rear guards and stand them. It's kind of like Azure Dragon for Nova Grapplers, but you don't have to discard a card. And it also has a plus 3k when it's the 3rd or more attack. Last but not least, I'm kind of iffy on this guy. Hydro Hurricane Dragon. Let me break 4, counterblast 2 until the end of the turn. It gets plus 3k, and an auto ability of when the attack hits a vanguard, the number of battles that is 4 or more, you get to retire all your opponent's rear guards, like all of them. And it also gets plus 3k when it attacks the vanguard, like a Soul Saver. Again, when you get the effect off, 16k base. If the thing hits, kill all your opponent's rear guards. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, you have to make the deck to where you get the maximum number of attacks. Okay? I would suggest Storm Riders, the grade 2 and the grade 3, so you can switch them out to increase the number of attacks. And if they come out with more stand triggers, get them, because it can only help. Okay, now that was my segment. That was our deck and breakdown for the Aqua Force archetype. Hopefully new better stuff comes out. The deck's kind of iffy right now, but hey, it works so far. and I hope to put more videos on this channel soon. Have a nice day. Peace.